Hey, what's your boys there? How many ones doing today? As for me, a little annoyed. Well, I'm sure you're wondering why. Well, I'm telling what I'm looking at here. I've been catching up with a nice little anime called My Dress Up Darling, which I've only watched one episode of. However, I do see why people like her. She's a very comfortable character that I immediately like. Oh wow, I see why people like her immediately. So leading up to her latest episode, which we're talking about today, I had some people on Facebook like joking up, like, haha, I can't wait to see people's reactions on Twitter about her new episode. I'm like, what is it? Because I don't read the manga personally, and I haven't caught up in a bit, so I wouldn't know what's going on. I'm like, oh, what are people talking about? So, why? Maureen, as you can see, got a bit of a tan. Pretty normal. People get tanned. It's because you got lighter skin. You get slightly darker skin due to melanin reacting to the sun. That's basic science and biology, right? Not basic, but it's biology. It's a chemical reaction. You know, pretty normal stuff. For normal people, it's like, oh yeah, they got a bit of a tan. Nice, easy. Not so normal for the Twitter content police. This was brought to my attention by a page, well, a few pages. One page I really like that comments on this very well is named Garu Gals for Weeby Pals. And I'll just switch over to that screen right now to show you what's going on here. So they made a nice statement on the whole thing because people are freaking out. And you'll see some screenshots of tweets here. We'll read those in a moment. But let's read on what Weebly Pals, Garu Pals, I don't know how to pronounce that. I am bad at Japanese. But let's read on here so that you can. So a bunch of people, these tweets trending, and I'll be honest, it reminds me how awful Americans just tend to view things around the world from their perspectives, which is interesting to say because I've been watching some stuff about like all this kind of stuff here, and well, for a while now. But there's an interesting European group that I watch. And they're like, yeah, it's interesting. Americans have a very particular kind of view that the rest of the world doesn't have, and I'm trying to break away from that as well because I am someone who grew up in North America, and it seems like they all have this kind of particular narrow view of, oh, everything's about race, everything's about this and that, and yet when they go overseas, let's say I remember hearing someone going overseas to Britain to do a debate of some sort, I believe, or bring attention to something, and she was talking about indigenous peoples of the UK. And it's like, wait, you are very detached because the people in the UK are the indigenous peoples. Like, I'm sure she has a point when she's talking about indigenous peoples of, like, Australia, Canada, the United States. It makes sense. So I digress. Continuing on. Like seeing this reminds me how niche Garo culture is that they don't know there's a subgroup that do tan. Yeah. Hell, most people in and outside of Japan think most Garos do tan for the whole reason the entire culture exists. To be cute and go against the traditional Japanese fashion, Japanese society implements on young women. Hell, I have some family that are light-skinned from Mexico that tan if they're in the sun. And even I get a bit darker if I'm out as well. Still kind of silly, this is a hill people will die on. Anyways, best I can say is ignore these people. To all my Gyaru gals that follow the page to keep doing what you're doing and keep the Ghetto Gal culture alive, which I appreciate the sentiment. This admin has a great sentiment to put on, and I'm ignoring what they're saying. And I'm making a problem out of it. Wow, look at me. Wow, first time me doing it? No, not at all. So these screenshots have been floating around, and I understand. Yeah, this is a subculture of sorts, and it's like they don't understand that. And then also, we'll talk about more things later. There is a page that actually on Facebook that posts a lot of this +7. You see +7 right there. Images. Kazami Kitaro, that's how his Oh, there's more now. Twitter is wild. Mental gymnastics is finest. Oh, mental gymnastics. Gotta love that. So let's go through some of these screenshots. Same ones that Garu Gals has shared as well. So. Yes, the blackface episode of Dress Up Darling aired. This is gonna be rough. FML. I saw this coming, but just not ready to have to defend my right to cosplay who I want, and again explain why darkening skin tone for cosplay is not okay. I'm tired. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking up the view. Let me fix that for you guys. I'm sorry. Let's move it over here. Make it easier to look at. There we go. But yeah. So, what I find funny about this is that, like, it's not blackface if you're getting a tan, but also the character that she, if I'm assuming correctly, is wanting to cosplay is also tan. So, okay, next. I feel like I have to warn cosplayers about the self-tan scene in My Dress Up Darling, to be honest. I'm not looking forward to the amount of YouTube cosplayers who use it to defend blackface. I'm not a cosplayer, I'm not a YouTuber. Not enough people are trying to enforce the cosplay within your body type mentality. Ooh, I have harsh words about that, actually. But you can cosplay whatever you want, okay? But you might not look like the character because you have the different body type. So honestly, I don't care if you want to cosplay and not the same body type, but know that, you know, you're not the same body type as a character you're cosplaying. Wow, imagine that. People have different body types. But it's not self-tan. Yeah, if people get tan, what do you mean self-tan? I don't know what that's supposed to mean at all. Moving on to another one. Trigger warning, blackface. Oh, Marine Kiriawa does blackface. Disgusting. I don't know why it's disgusting. She got a tan. White girl sigh. Is this person saying they're a white girl and saying, "Oh, I'm seeking for the poor black person that can't speak for themselves"? Cancel Maureen. Let's act retarded. What? Why is anime Twitter so gay? What? I don't know what that has to do with sexuality, but okay, I guess. I'm not watching the show. Skin is not a costume. By there's no excuse for Japan not. Oh, I got something to say about skin later. Oh, don't worry. And I love that the rainbow in emoji here. That definitely displays why is anime Twitter so gay. Just responds very nicely. Next, we're gonna talk about low-key blackface. Stop blackface. My Dress Up Darling has officially broken into pedo territory, and people okay with it. Oh no. Oh no, people are attracted to a fictional character. Let's call that pedo territory. Really like Dress Up Darling, but the element the element of her changing her skin to be dark for her cosplay doesn't and will not sit right with my soul. Well, what about people lightening their skin to fit cosplay? Is that okay too? I don't know if darkening your skin is not okay, then lightening your skin is not okay either, in my opinion. Like, I get this cultural difference when it comes to what's appropriate for cosplay, but I frankly don't want to hear it's just a tan. It is just a tan. Plus, it seems like, again, like it's like the American importation of their views into things, right? Same. I love the anime and manga, but hope people don't see this episode and think changing your skin tone for a cosplay is okay. Well, people better not be putting skin lightener then. You know, that you should be doing that then. I'm really hoping My Dress Up Darling may walk back on the tanning for cosplay thing later. Ha! Imagine a Japanese author walking back things because they like creative freedom. I know that in the anime they've been dropping the blackface look they used in the past decades, but this seems like a huge step back, or at least incredibly tone deaf. Yeah, Japan, don't ever listen to Westerners about their opinion on anime, including me, please. Keep doing what you're doing. When black and brown people don't have a history of being shamed for being too dark, and white people weren't praised for being too light. I don't know. There's a current culture of people saying that you should. Oh, hey, look, Jasmine's back. Wow. You tell me they aren't both racist. What My Dress Up Darling did is colorism, and then blackface, even though anime has had blackface. There's always this, weird words like colorism that I don't understand. Even I am apparently a person of color, and I hate that phrase so much. Oh my lord. I don't really know how to respond to this one. It just sounds like word garbage to me. A couple of my cosplay friends are being harassed by anime Twitter because they called out Dress Up Darling for perpetuating the practice of tanning and blackface. It's a serious issue, and unfortunately anime did not address it. Yeah. Anime can address serious issues, but this is not a serious issue. At least the author didn't think it was, and I don't think it is either. So, yeah. I mean, again, I want to say, if you're not allowing people to darken their skin for cosplay, people then should not be allowed to lighten their skin for cosplay, right? Like, that's I mean, in general, what you're saying is you can't put on a costume, right? That sounds like you're not allowed to put on a costume to me. And I think there's only a few more, but I've been trying to get these people off my back. Literally only a couple things. Blah, blah, blah. Their wife would being insensitive. Hate men in this community. I've been trying to get these people off my back for literally saying only a couple things. Yeah, a couple things that are stupid in my opinion. They don't like when they're told that their wife was being insensitive. I don't know. It sounds like it's not being insensitive, but you're making it a problem. It's always bullshit. You know damn well the same ones that will ask black person cosplaying their favorite character than a train to see a white person doing the same next to them. It's so much bullshit because you know damn well they are the same ones that will walk past a black person, calls them their favorite character. Then, oh, I'm sorry. The black person calls them their favorite character. You can't do that. You're not the same race. Oh, that's white facing. Oh God. Love the last episode. Love the last episode of My Dress Up Darling, where the main character does blackface. I see. That's it's supposed to be the race. The racist thing. I don't even understand the problem scene. It's worse than the manga. There we go. We're done with that. We're done with that, huh? Let's move this webcam back to the normal corner. So let's put my thoughts a bit more on this. So we looked over the screenshots. This is funny to me because I feel like these same Twitter content police, the same Twitter weirdos, are the exact same people who criticize artists who whitewash characters or claim tan characters as black. I don't know if you guys remember. It's been a while. Remember when Nessa from Pokemon appeared, and then people were like, "Ah, you lighten her skin. Oh, you're whitewashing her." One of the other bigger artists that I'm sure you guys are aware of, Sakimi-chan. She made an artwork of Nessa. Looked pretty good. She actually, has understanding of art. She's been doing it for a while, even though I disagree with how she deals with certain anatomy. But lighting, wow, changes the person's skin color. Look at this. Wow, it's like let me just turn off my lights here. Did I just blackface myself? Oh no. Oh look, lighting changes a person's skin and how it reflects. Isn't that interesting, huh? Wow. Light works by having lack of it to darken things, and have more of it makes things warmer and brighter. How interesting, huh? So anyways, it's really funny to me too that the same kind of people don't seem to remember, oh yeah, tan people exist. Tan Asian people happen to exist as well. If you look around the areas that have more sunlight, more tropical, that is, and even maybe if you look in the same region, Japan maybe, there's a nice little place called Okinawa who gets a lot of sunlight. It's much more tropical than the rest of it, and there happen to be some people that are slightly darker skinned than the rest of the population. Wow, tan Japanese people. Again, mental gymnastics. I cannot fathom. I can, kind of, but I really don't like to understand how these people can just say, oh, this tan character is black, it's black facing, or or characters automatically black because they're tan. Because I know people are like, oh my god, Nagatoro, she's black, she's a black character. It's like, again, have you not seen a tan Asian person? Like, I don't know if this is the character. I haven't looked into Nagatoro. I've been planning to watch it. But I think she seems to be representative of like the Okinawan people as well. I don't know. And that's I don't know. I just hate that there's people out there who are like, they're just tan characters, blackface, it's either a black character or whatever like that, right? So yeah, that's enough rage for me here. I was wrong that this is, my next video is going to be my sub celebration video. I promise my next one will be, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below, because it's something that continues to happen, and I don't understand how tone deaf these people can be. And I know in the past I have said I like to open up anime to more people, but I like to retract that statement. And that we have not done a good job in gatekeeping. And to people who have good communities right now, gatekeep your hobbies, okay? Don't let this happen to your community, okay? That's all I want to say about I want to hear what your thoughts about Tan Marine in the comments below. Leave a like, share the video, and sub to the channel so we can see that next big milestone coming up. And I'll see you guys in the next one.